Hey guys, this is Hunter Caldwell. We're at LST 2024 and this is my 94 Cheyenne. Was helping a buddy on his dually building, and I come from a welding background, so lending him a hand. A conversation got started one night of, hey man, I'm thinking about getting a truck, and he said absolutely get a truck and we'll cut it up and lay it on the ground. 3 years later, this is where we're currently at. To be honest with you, I really don't come from a background where we really worked on vehicles. If we had an issue, we went straight to a mechanic shop. After a while of hanging out with a buddy of mine who helped me build it, it was pretty much, hey, it's just metal. All you gotta do is cut it and put it back together, and that's really how I got into the OBS scene. First thing we did to it was the LS swap. We put a 5.3 in it, small choppy little cam. I'm running a Circle D 3600 stall with stage 2 transmission from Magic Transmission. They're from Houston as well. In the rear end, we did 411 Yukon gears with the Detroit True Track LSD. We were fortunate enough to buy it from the original owner who purchased it in '94. Older gentleman took very good care of the truck. I already had the LS motor sitting in the garage. Once we bought the truck, we swung over to the Summit Racing right there in Dallas and wound up getting all the motor mounts and the drop spindles and stuff like that. So it was a pretty quick process once we got it back to the house as far as ripping it apart and heading towards the end goal. My family had a working ranch growing up, so we were always repairing equipment. Came home from school one day, I told my dad, I said, man, I'm gonna be a welder. And he said, man, we drive trucks and sell cows. And I said, man, I'm gonna try welding, see what that does for me. And it's been a great industry to me. It's allowed me to do a lot of stuff, and it really helps as far as the custom car scene, being able to weld. And fabricate it's a whole different ball game when you have those tools in your back pocket. Kind of wanted to keep it the classy, just the 94 Cheyenne look for as long as possible. It had the 15-inch steel wheels on it, so the goal with Detroit wheels was to try to copy that. Try to go with the silver that came from the factory, but update it a little bit, modernize it just a little bit, put a little shine in it. Wound up running the 20-inch beauty ring, again, just to kind of copy that design. I dealt with Spanky through the entire process. It absolutely great customer service, great quality product, and again, coming from a quality control background, if I can't nitpick it, it's pretty much a pretty solid project. Like I said, great customer service. Anytime you could call somebody, an actual person on the phone, which was the biggest thing for me, is being able to talk to somebody, pick their brain, have questions. You know, being a first-time builder, I guess you would call it, that there's measuring backspace, measuring offset, like I don't know that. So being able to call somebody who can help over the phone was a huge game changer for me. Definitely some thank yous. My wife, there's major thank you to her. You know, there's multiple times it's coming in at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, stumbling in, getting up, going to work at 5:30. You know, there's a lot of, hey, we're gonna work on the truck. We'll be done by midnight, and we're never done by midnight. You know, man, a good buddy of mine, Randall Taylor, has been a major contributor. He's been in the game a long time, and it's just a body of knowledge that you can always go back to and pick. That's been a big help. Keith at Infamous, got an Infamous upper lower control arms, narrowed an inch with an inch forward. I'm running his 3-link kit, bag behind axle as well with his raised gas tank cross member. Very good quality. Haven't had any problems with them, and that was great. The motor that we took out was a V6. We swapped it over with a 2006 5.3. Picked the wiring harness ourselves. Went and relocated the computer to the glove box, kind of make everything look like it belonged. Put a little bit more powder on it, try to blend the powder coating from the control arms up through the motor, across the motor. All the sheet metal underneath the hood we've done. In fact, the entire truck's been built between my driveway and a buddy's driveway. All the fabrication and metal work, that's something we pride ourselves on and doing ourselves. We're running a 454 big block radiator. E-fans to kind of keep them temperatures cool. You got a 40K trans cooler, keep the transmission cool. So you got a 4L65E in it, built from Magic Transmissions. His stage 2 he offers. 3600 Circle D stall with 411 gears and an LSD from Detroit in the rear end. So the whole drivetrain was built before the truck was ever put on the ground. And we ran around like that, kind of with the old Paw look. Another big shout out is Sam Elridge at Down South Sounds. You know, I was in the shop one night and was looking at the 210s I had behind the seat. Got Sam involved and we, talked about it. What we all officially just decided on was putting 3 Sundown U15s, just getting rid of the whole back seat, running a Salt 8K amp with a Lichen Cell LiPo that Sam Elridge had built for the truck, with a 240 amp Beckman alternator. Another shout out is Beckman alternators. Hey guys, I appreciate y'all taking the time to check out the truck. If you want to see more of the truck and pictures of build by build, follow me on Instagram at Peepaw the 94 Cheyenne. The last 3 months have been absolutely wild. We're happy to be here. We're feeling good. Feel like we're looking good. So we're here to party.